Welcome to Race Net Academy, NTA UGC Net oblique Set 2021. I am Dr. Malla Jogarao. I am working as Assistant Professor in Indian Maritime University, Visakhapatnam campus. Today, we would like to know what is the syllabus and what are the contents in UGC Net examination which is conducted by National Testing Agency. Recently, National Testing Agency and University Grant Commission gave a public notice opening of online portal for the submission of online applications. Due to the COVID 2020 December batch not able to conducting the NET examination. Actually, the cycle is June 2021 has to conduct. But unfortunately, they'll give a public notice on August 10th, 2021. They give a separate notification. The schedule is UGC NET June 2020 is also included. So for online examination, online registration, August 10th to 5th September. Last date for successful transition of examination is 6th September. All tickets and date of examination announced later. So timings of the examination, the first shift 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and second shift 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So now we can discuss what are the things in UGC NET examination. UGC NET 2021, the UGC National Ability Test or UGC NET 2020 registration started. The candidates who are eligible and interested to apply to get all the details on ugcnet.nta.nic.in. So come to the UGC NET Paper 1 syllabus. UGC entrusted the responsibility of conducting NET examination to determine the eligibility of Indian nationals for assistant professorship and JRF, that is junior research fellow and assistant professorship in Indian universities and various degree colleges in India. So the selection of candidates falling for the fellowships of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment or Minority Affairs should also be on the basis of UGC NET of cycle 2020 onwards. The fellowships like National Fellowship for Scheduled Castes, Scheduled Students, National Fellowship for Other Backward Classes, Maulana Azad National Fellowship for Minority. So these kind of fellowships will be available on the basis of the UGC NET score. The examination shall conduct as computer-based test. The test will consist of 2 papers. Both papers will consist of objective types. All are MCQ questions. There will be no break between the 2 papers. The paper 1 consists of 100 marks. That is all MCQs in paper 1. The number of questions are 50. And the paper 2, that is your subject area selected by the sub candidate. For the marks 200, number of questions is 100. So total duration of the test was 3 hours, 180 minutes without any break. All questions are compulsory as to answer. What is the examination timings? So morning shift 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Second shift 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So general paper on teaching and research aptitude. So paper 1, the main objective is to assess the teaching and research capabilities of the candidate. aims to assess the teaching and research skills. Candidates are expected to exhibit cognitive abilities, comprehension, analysis, evaluation, understand the structure of argument, deductive and inductive reasoning, and also expect to have general awareness about the teaching and learning policies in higher education system in India. Further, they should be aware of interaction between people, environment, natural resources, and impact in quality of life. Come to the unit 1. In this unit 1, there is a teaching aptitude. In this teaching aptitude, the first topic is concept, objectives, levels of teaching, learner characteristics, factors affecting teaching related to learner support materials, methods of teaching, that is MOOCs, Swayam Prabha, teaching support system, traditional, modern, and ICT based, evaluation systems, and choice based record system, CBCS. And come to the next topic is research methodology or research aptitude. In this unit, research meaning, types, methods of research, steps of research, thesis, article writing, application of ICT in research, research ethics. These topics covered in the research aptitude. And the third unit is a passage of the text given, questions asked from the passage to answer. It is comprehension. And come to the fourth chapter is communication. Types of communication, characteristics, effective communication, verbal and non-verbal, barrier to effective communication, mass media and society. So these are the topics covered under this chapter. The fifth chapter is mathematical reasoning and aptitude. Types of reasoning, number series, letter series, code, decoding, relationship, mathematics aptitude like factors of time, distance, ratio, proportion, and percentage, profit and loss, interest, discounting, average. These are all covered in the mathematical reasoning and aptitude. And the sixth one is logical reasoning. Understanding the structure of arguments, argument forms, structural categorical propositions, mood and failure, formal and informal policies, usage of language, classical square of opposition, evaluation and distinguishing deductive and inductive reasoning, analogies, pranamas, a structure and kind of anumana, vyapathy, and heterovasha. So these are all comes under the sixth chapter. Come to the seventh chapter, that is the data interpretation. In this data interpretation, the quantitative versus qualitative data, graphical representation, pie charts, bar charts, histograms, pie table charts, line charts, data interpretation and data and governance. So these topics covered in 7th chapter. And come to the 8th, information and communication technology, ICT. General abbreviations, terminology, basic internet and email, audio, video conferencing, digital initiatives in higher education, ICT and governance. So these topics covered in the 8th chapter. And come to the 9th chapter, people and development environment. Development and environment means Millennium Development and Sustainable Development Goals, human and environment interaction, that is anthropological activities and their impact on environment. Environmental issues like local, regional, global, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, Waste is a social, economic and political dimension. Its impact pollutants on human wealth, natural and energy resources, natural hazard and disasters, mitigation strategies, Environmental Protection Act. So these are the topics covered in the ninth chapter. And finally, the 10th chapter related to higher education. Institute of Higher Education, Ancient India, Modern India, Evaluation of Higher Education, Post-Independence, Pre-Independence, Oriental Conventional and Non-Conventional Learning Programs in India, Professional, Technical and Skill-Based Education, Value of Education and Environmental Education. These are the topics covered in the UGC NET Paper 1 examination. So come to the examination pattern. 5 questions each carrying 2 marks for, set from the each module. So there are 10 chapters, out of that 5 questions each. No negative marks, each correct answer carries a 2 marks. So once again, I am reminding you the last date for applying UGC NTA NET examination 2021. The last date for applying online is September 5th, 2021. So for more information, you can check it out at in the website area.